The architect for the new St. Michael's College School was Ernest Cormier. He had already built Catholic institutions in Quebec and would later design buildings at Clover Hill, where the University of St. Michael's College is still located at the University of Toronto.
Ernest Cormier was a very prominent architect in Quebec and Montreal, and he's responsible for the Supreme Court building in Ottawa. He was born in 1885 and he lived until 1980. He did do some buildings down at the University of St. Michael's College for the Basilian Fathers as well. So clearly there was some kind of religious clerical connection.
Cormier designed a striking brick and concrete structure facing Bathurst. Modern yet traditional, it was a beacon for change within the Catholic Church in Toronto.
Ernest Cormier's guiding philosophy for the design of St. Michael's College School came from his work at the University of Montreal. And it's very bold and monumental, it's modern. But he also went to the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, and so there's elements of Art Deco there. There's some wonderful fine detailing, the use of materials and color and light. All helps to kind of soften that very strong, bold statement that he made with this building. This was a particular brick that Cormier selected from Ohio. It's a Belden Brick. Comes from the Ohio River, and it's got this gorgeous richness to the clay that gives it this wonderful yellow glow, especially in the sunshine. And it's offset wonderfully by his use of this limestone banding that he used.
The new St. Michael's Roman Catholic College School opened on September 10, 1950. It featured two grand entrances, topped with Art Deco transoms, designed in clear glass and large V-shaped mullions. Today, the mullion at the north door still remains, while the Cormier transom over the south door was replaced with a stained glass transom. Located at the north side, the new modern tower gave the school a powerful presence at its new location.
Towers had become very important elements in institutional architecture in the early 20th century. And Cormier used one at the University of Montreal. This one is a derivative of that, it's much smaller. And here, he's used it as the element sitting over top of the chapel, which is really the heart and soul of this particular Catholic institution.
This is rather a typical Catholic chapel. It's fairly, because it's small, it's very simple. Its lines are very simple. The statue of St. Michael that's behind me, we're not exactly sure how old it is. We think it probably dates back into the late 19th century.
The chapel leads to the interior hallway spaces where Cormier continued his elegant contemporary design.
Ernest Cormier's interiors are wonderfully elegant in their spaciousness and the use of materials. He also used glass block in the hallways to allow light that came in from the windows into the classrooms to then light the hallways, which again is a wonderful material for absorbing and sort of re-radiating light.
My time at St. Mike's was the best years of my life. By far, the best years of my life. And all my friends, I still have them, and they'll be my friends forever. As a matter of fact, someone asked me, why is it St. Mike's so different? And my explanation was that you become like one big family. And they're all your friends, and they're your friends for life afterwards. Anytime you see them anywhere, it's like yesterday.
Well, I'm from a small town in northern Ontario, and I came here in November 1951, right out in the schoolyard here where the parking lot is. The taxi driver left me off there, cost me $1.75, so I kept the quarter I had in my pocket, and I came right through those doors there, and the big tall priest, his name was Father McAlpine, and I said, I'm Dick Duff, I come here to play hockey. And he said, oh, no kidding. What grade are you in? I said, grade 10. So he told me what classes to go to and come back and get my stuff after, and so from that time on, there's a lot of history down the road.
Duff was among many St. Mike students who went on to careers in the NHL. He would win 6 Stanley Cups.
Well, I think anybody that went to St. Mike's really had a big edge on lots of guys. I mean, the team was built on winning, doing your best, being a great team. And I think that the guys who preceded me to the NHL, whether it was Lindsay or Mortson, the list is long. And there's been guys after me, Frank Mahovlich and Keon, and those guys came after me. But I think that the coach we had, Father Flanagan, for me was, I was very competitive since I can remember. I love sports, and he loved winning with the St. Mike's. And he sort of taught me what the pros wanted, what the pros were going to expect out of me to play, and I was paid full attention to him.
There's a number of students that really wanted to come to St. Mike's to play hockey, to benefit from the education that weren't Catholic. Tim Horton was one of them. Non-Catholic, heard about St. Mike's, heard about the pipeline to the pro hockey ranks, and decided that he wrote a letter to St. Mike's and said, basically, can I come to your school? And he was recommended by a number of people up in, I think it was Cochrane that he came from. And next thing you know, Tim Horton is a student at St. Mike's and playing some great hockey.
The school's hockey tradition was propelled into the future on November 7th, 1960. That night, St. Mike's Arena opened.
The game that was played that night was between the St. Michael's Majors and some of the former St. Michael's players that were presently playing in the NHL. What was unusual about this, that many of the stars of the NHL, the Mahovliches, Keons, Kellys, Duffs, they were all given the night off from their NHL schedule to do this. They were made available to St. Mike's, and it just goes to show how special that evening was.
The arena features an arched wooden roof and seating for more than 1,100. Since its opening, the arena's history has been documented by hundreds of photographs showcasing St. Mike's students who went on to play in the pros.
What piques my interest in the Wall of Fame is the number of people I see up there. It's incredible. If you go to other schools, they may have something similar, but I don't think it would be the same. Like, we've had over 100 years of hockey at this point, and the Hall of Fame shows how many people have actually gone and played in the NHL. So it's just something that you really take in when you go into the arena.
The banners that hang from the rafters at St. Mike's are professional hockey players that have made it to the Hockey Hall of Fame. And St. Mike's is very fortunate. Not only do we have tremendous hockey players, but we've got people of great character that have played the game, and they're recognized for that in the school.
Today, the arena is home to St. Michael's Majors, St. Michael's Juniors, St. Michael's underages 14A and B teams, St. Michael's Intramurals, St. Michael's Buzzers, Provincial Junior A, and St. Michael's Old Timers.
So we're going to get a scrimmage going, and remember that St. Mike's tradition we've talked about all along.
The buzz in there is like unreal, because we're there supporting the guys that we're really, really close to. And they get to see us because there's so many of us in there. We fill up the entire stands, and we're always supportive, no matter how they do.
Outside of the arena, the school campus changed greatly. In 1961, the Bazillion residence opened at the north end of the school property. In 1971, the Bathurst Street entrance to St. Michael's College School was ornamented by this Gothic arch. It was taken from Clover Hill, in a sense, keeping the school's previous location alive. After the break, we'll see how the school nearly doubled in size.